There are places in this world that feel like chapters from an ancient storybook. Places where rivers curve through golden old towns, where castles rise above forests like silent guardians, and where cobblestone streets echo with centuries of history. But few countries capture this magic as beautifully as the Czech Republic. Imagine walking through a land where Gothic spires reach toward a dramatic sky, where Renaissance squares glow under the warm light of sunset, where medieval bridges take you across calm rivers that have witnessed 1,000 years of human stories. A landlocked country, yet filled with more beauty, more character, and more moments of genuine wonder than many oceanside nations. Most people hear Czech Republic and immediately think of Prague. And yes, Prague is spectacular. A masterpiece, a city that feels sculpted from time itself. But beyond the capital lies an entire world of ancient villages, fairy tale towns, rolling countryside, majestic mountains, spa cities, and hidden corners. Places most travelers never even hear about. Today, we journey into the very heart of Central Europe, into a land of kings, legends, musicians, poets, castles, and the soft charm that defines this incredible country. So relax, settle in, and get ready to discover the Czech Republic like never before. Its beauty, its history, its soul, its flavors, its charm. And must-visit places that show why this small nation is one of Europe's greatest treasures. Let's begin. The Czech Republic sits right in the middle of Europe, bordered by Germany, Poland, Slovakia, and Austria. It has no coastline, yet nature compensates beautifully. Mountains in the north, deep forests in the south, rolling green hills in the center, and calm rivers flowing through ancient towns. Because of its central location, it has been influenced by Slavic, Germanic, and Austrian cultures, blending them into a distinctive identity all its own. The Czech lands once formed the powerful kingdom of Bohemia, home to kings, queens, and noble dynasties that shaped European history. Under Charles IV, Prague became one of the most important cities on the continent, a center of learning, art, architecture, and power. Centuries passed. Empires rose and fell. The Austro-Hungarian Empire, world wars, political struggles. Yet through it all, Czech culture remained strong, proud, poetic, and deeply connected to its heritage. Today, the Czech Republic stands as one of Europe's most stable, safe, and culturally rich countries, with old traditions still alive and ancient towns beautifully preserved. The beauty here is not loud. It is not about big skylines or flashy attractions. It is calm, poetic, emotional, quietly powerful. It lives in the way the morning fog hugs the rooftops of Prague, in the soft glow of lanterns along old bridges, in the forests that look untouched, in the churches where history whispers softly, in the lakes that reflect pastel-colored towns like mirrors. This is a country where beauty is everywhere, in architecture, in nature, in culture, in food, and in the peaceful rhythm of everyday life. And now, let's explore incredible places that show the very best of the Czech Republic. Prague. Prague isn't just a city, it is an emotion. A breathtaking blend of Gothic towers, Baroque palaces, medieval bridges, and narrow, winding streets that make you feel like you've stepped back in time. The Charles Bridge, glowing at sunrise. The Old Town Square, alive with history. The astronomical clock, still ticking after 6 centuries. And above everything, stands Prague Castle, one of the largest and most magnificent castle complexes in the world. But what makes Prague unforgettable is the atmosphere, the music drifting through the squares, the river shimmering under golden light, the cafes spilling onto cobbled alleys, the stories etched into every stone. It is, quite simply, one of the most beautiful cities on earth. Cesky Krumlov. Nestled along a soft curve of the Vltava River lies Cesky Krumlov, a place so enchanting that it barely feels real. Narrow medieval lanes, brightly colored houses, a castle perched above the town like a crown, and views that feel like stepping directly into a Renaissance painting. Every corner here is overflowing with charm. It's quiet, magical, and endlessly photogenic. When you walk through Cesky Krumlov, you don't just see history, you feel it. Karlovy Vary. Karlovy Vary is where elegance meets nature. It is the Czech Republic's most famous spa town, with grand colonnades, thermal springs, and a river lined with pastel-colored buildings. For centuries, aristocrats, writers, composers, and kings came here to heal, relax, and enjoy the calm beauty of the surroundings. And here's a fun fact. Karlovy Vary has special porcelain sipping cups designed only for drinking mineral water from the springs. They look like mini watering cans. Between the elegance, the warm springs, and the peaceful forests surrounding the town, Karlovy Vary feels like a gentle escape from the world. Olomouc. Olomouc is one of the Czech Republic's most underrated gems. A university town with gorgeous squares, Baroque fountains, grand churches, and a relaxed atmosphere. The Holy Trinity Column, a UNESCO site, stands proudly in the center. Massive, detailed, and extraordinary. Olomouc feels like Prague's peaceful sister. The same beauty, but with fewer people and a more intimate charm. Bohemian Switzerland. This national park is one of Central Europe's most stunning natural landscapes. Massive sandstone cliffs rise from deep green forests. Stone arches form natural bridges. Rivers carve dramatic canyons through the mountains. Hiking paths weave through scenery that looks like something from the Chronicles of Narnia. Bohemian Switzerland is quiet, mystical, and breathtaking. Nature at its most dramatic and peaceful. Loket. Loket is the kind of place that makes you stop and stare. A medieval town wrapped almost completely by a winding river, with a stone castle rising above everything. It looks like a set from a fantasy movie. Early morning fog makes the whole landscape look magical. The castle feels ancient and powerful, and the narrow streets have stayed almost unchanged for centuries. Loket is peaceful, romantic, and wonderfully untouched, a treasure waiting for travelers who seek true authenticity. Czech cuisine is warm, hearty, and comforting in the best possible way, built on rich flavors and simple ingredients that reflect the country's traditions. You'll find dishes like svíčková, tender beef served with a creamy vegetable sauce and soft dumplings, or the classic Czech-style goulash, thick and full of spices, perfect on a cool evening. One of the country's most beloved meals is smažený sír, a crispy fried cheese usually served with tartar sauce, while roast duck with cabbage and dumplings offers a taste of old Bohemian cooking at its finest. For something sweet, travelers love Tradelník, a rolled pastry dusted with sugar and nuts, warm and delicious in every season. And of course, no exploration of Czech flavors is complete without trying its legendary beers. Smooth, golden, and known worldwide as some of the finest ever brewed. Czech food feels honest, welcoming, and deeply satisfying, just like the country itself. The Czech Republic is not a place you simply visit. It is a place you feel, a place that quietly enters your heart and stays there. The Czech Republic is a masterpiece of history, nature, art, and atmosphere. It is a land where time slows down, where stories live forever, where every corner, every street, every view feels special. This country may be small, but its beauty is endless. And once you visit, you will understand why travelers from around the world fall in love with it, again and again.